Can you guys see all of these little white things kind of floating in the air? Can you not see that? But it's so pretty. It's like...
I detach one. We just need to stand still and don't hammer down. One of them, touch one.
Can you guys see these? Oh, there we go. If I look at the blue sky, can you guys see all of these white things? Oh my gosh. I'm trying to like... I'm doing my best to capture how beautiful this is. I just can't. I mean, the best you can see it is on the blue background, but there are all of these like white... I don't know. I think they're seeds from... Really, Christian?
Those bushes, the flower, what's covering the yellow.
They're seeds from these bushes that are outside. Like, this is the back of our house. Oh my gosh, you guys. It looks like snow that is like floating in the air, like giant snowflakes. Can you guys see that? Like giant snowflakes floating in the air, like gently. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty.
Dandelions are not
It's like...
It's gotten super crazy again, Mom.
I don't know if this film is going to capture it in the way that it needs to be captured, but y'all, it's so pretty. It's so nice watching it, and they fall like so gently to the ground. I'm trying to...
There's always more.
I hate to have filmed all this and you guys cannot really tell how like pretty this is, but do you see all the tiny little white... Oh, see, there's a big one that's floating in the air. There are literally thousands of them.
I don't have them all mine.
And they're
so fun to catch.
The kids love them. And I love looking at them. They're so, so pretty. Oh, Liz wants to show you, but you don't have to be that close. That's what they are. And they're flying all through the air. See that one? Okay, it's like one of those things where I can't really capture it on camera as lovely and like amazing as it is in person.
It's not lovely or amazing, it's enchanting.
It's enchanting? Okay. You can see, don't mind my towels hanging to dry. Really? He announces that he has to pee every single time he has to pee. Just go to the bathroom. My blankets are over my floor because TMI, it's my time of the month and that didn't go well. And then, joy of all joys, if we walk into my closet, one of my shoe shelves fell down. So that was a bonus to my morning. So now I need to get my shoe shelf back up. And yeah, there's some rather expensive shoes that got crushed. I don't think anything is damaged. I was really worried about, these are not that expensive. They're just bomb. They're only like $100. I got them at Nordstrom. But shoes like this, this one is not so bad, but these are like, I hate when they come off. It like drives me crazy. So anyway, I've got a pile of beautiful shoes that I love. These are gorgeous, y'all. Look at that. Oh, yes. But they don't belong on the floor. They belong on this shelf. That fell. So I'm going to have to take care of that. So I'm going to take you guys out for the day with the kids and I. And don't mind this. This is Christian stuff. And then one of my daughters is wearing a silk green dress. And one of my daughters is wearing a yellow pinstripe dress. And so I decided I would wear something in the middle, which is this blue dress, so that I match Christian, that also has a yellow and green in it. So I'll be like the outfit that ties us all together. You can hear Christian coming up the stairs. I got this dress in size large because I'm busty, but I just had it taken in at the waist. So the waist was really, really big. So I had the waist taken in so that I could still, no, not yet, so that I could still get the benefit of the dress, but can you close my door, please? So that I could still get the benefit of the dress without having my chest crushed. I'm going to wear these Jimmy Choo glasses. They're really cute. They have a little, can you guys see it? Little rhinestone design on the side. So I'm going to wear blue Jimmy Choo glasses. This dress is by Free People or Billabong. One or the other. It's by Free People. No. By Free People. And then for jewelry, I'm going to be wearing these earrings, this little bracelet, and these rings. I'm going to make them stackable. And you might be thinking, Irene, why would you choose kind of a westerny jewelry? And I will show you why. So for my shoes, I chose to wear these kind of like little boots. And these boots are by BCBG. And they're really cute. They're going to be pretty comfortable because they're nice and wide. And so this kind of brings like a western look to the dress, which is shorter in the front and longer in the back. And it'll look really good with the jewelry and everything. I just have to figure out what I'm going to do, like with my hair and all of that. And when I get it all together, I will try to show you guys. I have a little monster behind me. There he is. You're hiding. If you, nobody can see you. If you have to go over there so people can see you. He wants to look like at the viewfinder. Hello, say hello.
Hello.
Okay. All right. So I'll get dressed and I'll show you guys what we all look like. I'm torn. I was doing my body care and I'm torn between wearing Trésor, which I like to wear because this was my mother's signature scent. Actually, this is her bottle of perfume. I kept it because it literally, I've smelled her wearing this since I was young and, you know, or younger, right? And, yeah, so, or Miss Dior. So I'm torn between which one to wear. I have to decide.
I left it downstairs.
Okay, wait, no, come back really quick. Hurry up. Just come back for a second. Okay, that's my son in the kitchen. He doesn't want to be on camera. That's his suitcase. He just got in from Japan a few days ago. This is Lizzie, baby. Can you turn around? Can we see? This is her outfit. This is Christian, my love. You showing? Oh, here comes Bella Doll. She wanted to get the strap for her.
I guess you can bring the stroller, but let me walk, okay?
You guess I can bring the stroller?
Yeah, but don't. Yes.
It'll take forever.
Yes. I need to put my card and my wallet in there.
You have to carry anything that you bring. So you might be bringing too much stuff. You might need to leave the wallet, especially because that's an important wallet. This wallet actually belonged to my mother, and you don't want to actually sit it down somewhere and lose it. So I think you should probably leave the wallet.
Do you mind carrying my sunglasses?
I do mind. Don't bring them. Or put them outside of the case in your purse. You need to make a decision. I want to bring an extra pair of shoes. Let me show you guys what I'm wearing. So, and I really like this, but I'm worried that one of these shoes is having an issue, and I don't know if I'll be able to tolerate it. So I'm bringing a pair of flats just to be on the safe side. But yeah, isn't it pretty? I have glasses.
Oh, doing the best.
You broke them? He breaks everything, y'all.
No, he doesn't.
How my hair came out. I actually went ahead and we rarely use a curling iron. Girls, would you say that we rarely use curling irons?
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't know. So we are
Officially ready.
I want to take a picture. Christian, come be in our picture.
Hey, I'm going to put on my glasses. I'm ready.
No, you have to back up. Get closer to Liz so you'll be... Oh, there you go. Okay. Ready? Gonna smile, Christian? So cute. You say peace? Peace, Christian.
Peace.
It's peace, like this. Peace. Peace.
Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace.
Okay, we literally took like 30 pictures right there. We'll see you guys at the store. Oh, what I didn't say is we are doing the budgeting video. Somebody asked me if I would do a budgeting video, and so I'm going to do that. Food budget. So I will take you guys shopping with us. So we are trying Sam's Club because where we moved, there's no Costco, and I've never been in a Sam's Club. So let's see what we find. Huh? Some damage at, I was going to say Costco, but this isn't Costco. We did some damage at Sam's Club. So we are just waiting. What'd you say?
Now you have a membership.
Yeah, now I have a membership, but I don't know if I'm going to love the membership, but I do have it. I have to say I don't actually like Sam's Club as much as I like Costco. Like the quality of food is like really bad at Sam's Club. I'll talk about like all the things that I felt were like really different because there's some things they didn't have, and I will do a haul when we get home. It is 10 o'clock at night. I didn't realize it was so late. Sam's Club closed on us. We were officially the absolute positive last people in the store by like a long shot. And then I still had to go to Walmart. Joy. So I'm going to unpack all of this. And like I said, this was actually a requested video, budgeting. And so it probably looks like a lot of stuff, but we don't eat a lot of processed foods. And so if you don't have a lot of processed foods, then you do need to get some foods that you can, like kind of ingredients to make everything with. So there are a lot of things I didn't do today. I didn't buy pasta because I opted to make my pasta. I didn't buy bread because I opted to make my bread. Actually, my son, who I won't show because he doesn't want anybody to see him, he made ciabatta bread. So since he's in from Japan, like being a mom, I get really lazy and I'll start just sort of making the same bread over and over. He likes to cook and he's good at it. So he is more tolerant than me and he'll make a bunch of different things. See, he's actually eating some of the ciabatta bread. What do you have in your hand, Christian? No, your other hand.
Black Panther.
He's like obsessed with Black Panther. Don't ask me why, but he is.
That's why Black Panther is the best.
So anyway, I'm going to unpack all the stuff and then we will discuss it.
Middle of a war. If we're in the middle of a war, then they relax.
Then all of a sudden they have no standards. Got it.
Because at that point, it's more they just need bodies.
That sounds so crazy. Okay, you guys. So this doesn't look much better now that I took it out the boxes, to be real. But let's just go through everything really quickly. You can see most of the foods I get are fresh. There are very, very few boxed foods here. Actually, there are no boxed foods here. Well, no, there's a couple. So let's see what it is. We have 2 things of brown rice. It's not organic because I love organic. It's organic because it's the only brown rice at that store. I'm telling you, when I was at that store, I felt like I was shopping for like a kindergarten class. Like some of their offerings were literally catering to children. So I was a little frustrating there. Oh, these are 1 minute oats. Oh my gosh, I'm so mad about this. I don't like quick oats. Like I said, it's like middle school kids. I normally don't get these, so I'm actually pretty irritated about this, believe it or not. I don't know how they get them to be quick, but I'm sure it's something that's not good for you. I have a ton of aluminum-free baking powder because we bake a lot around here. And speaking of baking, we already have a lot of yeast, but I went ahead and I bought more yeast. I would have gotten a much bigger thing than this at Costco for the same price. But I feel like all the reviews on Costco versus Sam's Club are by people who don't really have families and aren't really shopping and just like doing stuff to make a review. Because as somebody who shopped for years at Costco, I can tell you that Sam's Club is way overpriced. just in my opinion. Like some things were cheaper, but most things I would have gotten a better deal at Costco and I would have gotten higher quality. So there are a lot of things I didn't get just because the quality wasn't there and I wasn't about to buy it. I mentioned pasta earlier. I'll just hand make my pasta because the only bulk pasta they had was like elbow macaroni, spaghetti, and penne. And I was like, what am I, 3? Elbow macaroni? What am I going to do with copious amounts of elbow macaroni? I just want to know. So I got rosemary leaves, Italian seasoning, because I use Italian seasoning to bake, for pasta sauces. I mean, I stick Italian seasoning like in everything, y'all. I really do. This is something else I was upset about. This is some organic Saigon cinnamon. I always get Saigon cinnamon. I'm used to getting a way bigger container from Costco. Let me just show you guys the difference. Hold on. It's okay. I'll cut all this part out anyway. So for basically the same price, maybe even a little cheaper, I can get 10.7 ounces of Saigon cinnamon from Costco in the Kirkland brand. And Kirkland, if you guys have shopped at Costco, you guys know Kirkland is freaking awesome. Their brand, I love it. Versus 7 ounces. Now, granted, this is organic, and this was actually pretty cheap for organic. And this is the Sam's Club brand, which is called Members Mark. But this is literally was like my frustration. And I will talk about other things that are part of my frustration of shopping at Sam's Club very shortly. But it was stuff like that that was frustrating because we use a lot of cinnamon. We use it to bake. We use it in our oatmeal. We use. I was going to buy separate things of nuts. I was going to do cranberries and blueberries, dried cranberries, dried cranberries, dried cherries, and 1 pack of mixed nuts. That would have cost me about $45. And they had this for basically like $11 and change. And it's a trail mix. I normally don't like to buy pre-done trail mixes, but basically when I looked at the ingredients, all that's in there is cranberries, semi-sweet chocolate, which is going to make this like a treat for them, roasted almonds, roasted pumpkin seeds, blueberries, and cherries, and cashews. And that's basically what's in here. So this is essentially what I was going to get anyway. I would have done a different nut melody, but I figured $45, $11. We'll try it out. But like I said, because there's chocolate in this, this is actually going to be, we have no cookies or anything like that here. If we want that, we bake that stuff. So this will be like a treat for them. I also got 2 packs of granola. I'm actually upset about this granola. It has rice in it, and I hate granola with rice in it. I think it's like this is all rice. Oh, oats, rice, honey, and almonds. I'm a little bit frustrated about this. I would have picked a different one, but 2 of these was worth one of the other one, and the kids kind of vetoed me, and I let them just because I've got the 3 kids, 2 adults, so I was like, more granola is better because we're going to use it for that, but we'll get to there. 2 things of honey, 2 40-ounce, so basically 80 ounces of honey. We use this for smoothies. I like this on my pancakes personally, and we also use it for yogurt because we get plain unsweetened yogurt. One of the kids snuck this in to the cart because they love pickles, and I let them get away with it because they like to just eat pickles. I got 1 thing of tuna because, you know, when it's time to go grocery shopping, I love having tuna around, not just for tuna fish, but you can also make like fried cakes. So you can do like a tuna fried cake and stuff like that. So I got that. I got jam. We basically just use jam for baking powder biscuits. And on a regular day, the midday snack, because we don't really do a full-on lunch, but on a regular day, the midday snack is often fresh baking powder biscuits. And so just whenever we have them, it's just nice to have jam. as a treat. We don't always eat them with jam. Sometimes we just have them with honey. But like I said, that's more like of a treat thing for us. This is organic pasta sauce. It's just plain marinara sauce. I actually have tomatoes and all the stuff to make sauce, but you have to have like a lazy day something. And these ingredients are pretty straightforward. Actually, outside of this thing right here and this is a really clean shopping trip. Like, it's pretty clean. I mean, unless you hate sugar, because we got a lot of sugar, but we bake a lot. So it's like a really clean shopping trip. And this is basically just tomato puree, onions, virgin olive oil, sea salt, garlic, basil, and citric acid. Really super straightforward. So I was happy to grab that. We go through copious amounts of canola oil. I did not get olive oil, which I was devastated because then I came home and my son had made something that would have been perfect for olive oil. And I also really would have liked to get balsamic vinegar, but you know, can't win them all. So lots of canola oil. Something else I got a whole heck of a lot of, because this is, I think, 5 dozen are in here. How many eggs are in here? Let's see. Okay, it doesn't tell me. Why isn't it telling me? There should be something on here that tells me what's in it, but somehow there's nothing in here. I think there are 5 dozen. There have to be more than 5 dozen eggs in there, right? That looks like more than. I don't know how many eggs are in there. I think it's 5 dozen. I could be completely wrong about that, but I got 2 because we use eggs for baking. We eat eggs as a protein in the morning. Just eggs. When I make my icing, I do a non-dairy icing, uses eggs. So you'd be surprised how quickly we go through eggs. We go through eggs really quick. We got pears, Fuji apples, pink lady apples, which are our favorite, are back here. Bananas, I like to freeze those for smoothies. So I like to get frozen fruit and fresh fruit. I get the frozen fruit for when I need to go grocery shopping and we're low on fresh fruit, because they eat fresh fruit up really quickly. And I typically have them get their fruit in either with like me baking it in something like blueberry pancakes, something like that. Or like if it's frozen, or I get their fruit in with a smoothie. So I will freeze some of these for future smoothies when we're low on fruit, because I'm always thinking of that. This was not the best place to buy meat, so it's good that we don't eat a ton of meat anyway. But it was like really, really bad pickings on the meat front there. So all I ended up with was scallops, sockeye salmon, and I could have got for the price of this a much bigger bag of this at Costco. But I will say the Chobani, they don't have this like this at any Costco I've been to. And their Chobani yogurt on the whole was about $5 cheaper than Costco. Even these, I think, were about around $2. So that was a really good price. So that was one of the deals I was really happy about there. This is something we can get at Costco. Only Bella and I, well, Javier, do you eat hummus? So really only Bella and I eat hummus. Javier eats anything, so he's saying probably because I don't know things that he doesn't eat, quite frankly. Then we got Members Mark cheese. We do eat cheese, but we got very little cheese because we only eat RBST free cheese, and they really didn't have much there by way of that. But I like to put Parmesan on almost everything. I got turkey drumsticks. Oh my gosh, I'm like so excited about these. I felt for $12, this was like a really good price. And I will break these up and I'll use 1 drumstick for like a meal. So this is actually 3 meals for us. And then I got 2 packs of chicken thighs. I really only ever buy chicken thighs, and I cook them a ton of ways. I use them for making broth. I use them for rice. I use them for chicken and dumplings. I use lots of chicken. So I got lots of chicken. Red potatoes, garlic. Normally I can get for like $7 at Costco a huge thing of peeled garlic. I wanted peeled garlic at this store and it was like over $10. And I was just like, there's no way. So I ended up getting this, which was also overpriced for garlic. at a warehouse store, in my opinion, in comparison to Costco. Red onions. We use onions for everything, so those are like a necessity of life. The kids talked me into this, but I was cool with it because I really love mangoes. So I think we're gonna freeze some of these, and we'll just eat some because these are just good. Plums. We got 2 things of tomatoes. They didn't have a good tomato selection, I felt. I also think we got 2 things of Brussels sprouts because we pretty much always eat Brussels sprouts. A thing of celery. So I just wanted to cut in here and say that for the Brussels sprouts, those Brussels sprouts were crawling with bugs. Small little bugs of some kind. I ended up returning them to Sam's Club and canceling my membership. I was so mad. Like, Sam's Club is essentially like a glorified Walmart. They're not even properly, a good, like, proper big box store. And although I had hoped to make it work, I am just now ordering my things straight from Costco because Costco does deliver to where I live, and so that's just the route that I'm taking. I was so disgusted with that. That granola that I was complaining about earlier, I literally did not eat any yogurt because that granola was so horrible. So the quality of food at Sam's Club is just very, very poor. The quality of their meat is very, very poor. It just was overwhelmingly bad quality stuff, and I was so disappointed. Definitely just go to Costco. Just don't even bother with Sam's Club unless you just really can't get around it. There were a couple cool things there, but as far as if you're a big box store shopper because you have a family, I would have to say that Sam's Club is just not the ticket. I mean, at least not for me and my family in the way that we eat. So I'm just inserting that really quick because when I was editing this and I saw those Brussels sprouts, I literally got upset all over again. I got angry all over again about those Brussels sprouts and how they were crawling with bugs. I've never been so disgusted. Which I use celery a lot just as a base in things, but since my son is here from Japan and he really cooks, I think he'll put that to good use too. This is another one of the things that made me mad. So we got, I'm dropping things. If you see Curious George on the floor, that would be Christian. I'm losing everything. Okay. So something else that made me really upset. Hold on, I'm picking up my other Brussels sprouts. Something else that made me really upset was that at Costco, I can get a bag that's about maybe twice the size, 3 times the size. It's pretty large for the same price. So this broccoli was really overpriced to me, and the only other broccoli offering they had was like steam in a bag broccoli in the freezer section, and I just don't want to pay extra for them to separate the bag. Like, I can do that myself. Asparagus is like a staple for us. We eat a lot of asparagus. Green beans, everybody loves. We always forget them and don't eat them, so I will make sure that we eat these first. Something else I want to say is their quality of food is poor. It was really hard to find apples. It was really hard to find good produce. It was like rotting on the shelf, which is very irritating. So also there's some flour there. For our frozen fruit, because our freezer here is not that big, I got a giant thing of mixed fruit. It has pineapple, strawberries, peaches, and mango in it. Yum. Then cherries, and then I did like a blueberry, raspberry, blackberry melody. And these will be for smoothies for when we run out of fresh fruit or when we're getting low. Back to fresh fruit. I told you guys we eat a lot of things fresh. We got oranges, or I think they're mandarins, but that's an orange to me. We got kiwi, which is just going to honestly end up in a smoothie. Bella really wanted kiwi. I indulged her, but she and I and maybe Javier are the only people that eat it, so it's probably going to end up in a smoothie. Blackberries, I probably could have got like 2 more of those blackberries to be real. But I'm going to just ask everybody to not be ridiculous with the fruit. 2 things of blueberries. My kids are going to eat this in no time. Again, things that irritate me about Sam's Club. Why is this so small? Like, why is that so small? I don't know. Like, this is not going to last long. 2 things of raspberries. 2 things of strawberries. I could have got this at the regular Walmart. These were overpriced. I don't think I've ever paid this much for carrots, organic or not. That was irritating. And then the only other cheese that we could get, because it was the only other cheese in the whole store that was RBST free, were these cubes. So I got them because I can give them to the kids as a snack. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 gallons of water is pretty much all I could do. Like that was going to fit in the vehicle. And last but not least, the sugar. I'm sure everybody's wondering, why do you have, how many pounds is this? 8, 16, yeah. Why do you have 24 pounds of Moreno sugar, Irene, and then 7 pounds of brown sugar? And this would be all because tea, baking, like sugar is life here. Sugar and eggs. If I've got eggs and I've got sugar and I've got, this is a 25-pound bag of flour. I actually could have bought another one of those because we use a lot of flour. But I'll just go grab one like as I need it. I will just literally buy bags of flour. And I actually think this bag of flour was more expensive than 25 pounds of flour at Walmart. Like, no lie. I think I paid like $2 more for that. But we bake, like, when you make stuff from scratch, there are just some things that you need. And so don't hate on my sugar. I know that's a lot of sugar, but that's what it is. So anyway, so that is everything that I bought. I will give you a grand total a little bit. Oh, wait, that's not everything I bought. I lied. Something else that was really frustrating is that the only sausage that I could find inside of Sam's Club for like pasta or like beans or like anything like that had cheese in it, which is just weird. So I cannot just find a good sausage. I can buy these Adele sausage at Costco, and it's like 3 of these deep. They don't sell those at Sam's Club. So I had to go to the Walmart where they only sell them singularly, and I just got 2 because honestly, y'all, I was irritated. So I just got 2 because it is what it is. So I guess I did get that meat, and I think that's really it. And I did pick up like some other stuff, and I have to like subtract that from my total. I picked up like some play stuff for the kids, which I'll probably show later. Some activities for them. You know, there's no TV here. I picked up a couple of candies for me, like stuff like that. So I will give you guys a total after I subtract like the miscellaneous stuff that I got. But yeah, that is about it. And I think I'm going to, because it's late, y'all. It's like 11, 12 at night. I'm going to put all my stuff away, get stuff kind of cleaned up, wash my face, have a glass of wine, like just try to wind down. And yeah, and then I will be doing my meal plan with you throughout the week because this is definitely like about, I'm sure, $500 in pure food, maybe a little bit more. I won't count the water because everybody doesn't do that. But what I will say is because we make everything from scratch, we'll get a lot of use out of this. Probably the only thing that's going to be touch and go is if my kids devour the fresh fruit because they act like they have little to no sense when it comes to fruit. But the rest of this, we should be able to drag this pretty far. So I want to do the meal plan so that we can really discuss like how, like I will take you through the meals on the daily so that you can see just how far all this will go, because obviously we're not doing $500 of food a week. Like we're not going to eat this in a week. So if I could manage to drag this out for a month, that would be feeding a family of, I don't even know how many of us there are at this point. That would be like feeding 3, 4, 5 people for $500. I think I might have to top some stuff off. Like I'll definitely need flour. And I'll definitely need to get more fresh fruit. but I think I can make the whole month budget $600 or $700. I think I could, just for food. And I think that that's not bad for 5 people. I don't think that that's bad. So, but let's see. Let's see. We're not going to judge yet. But mind you, I do have a few things here. So we'll talk about that as I'm cooking throughout the week, but that'll be your life too, right? You'll have a few things there. So I will thank the person who asked me to make this video when I can see your name, because I can't see it now. And I'm going to put my food away.